Good morning, students. Welcome to online video class. Today I will teach you class 9th chemistry, chapter 5, the periodic table, part 1. First I will tell you what is periodic table. Periodic table is a chart where all the elements, they are formed in an organized manner according to their characteristics, so that we can know about their characters, their properties, their physical property and their chemical properties and everything. Reasons for this classification of these elements. Why we are classifying these elements in different groups. First one is to study these elements in an organized manner. Second one, it helps in correlating the properties of elements, a fundamental property of the state of matter, whether it is a liquid one or a solid one or a gaseous one, or whether these are showing some metallic property or non-metallic property or some metalloid property. Third point, it helps in defining the relationship between other elements. So these groups are mainly, if you are considering about chlorine, bromine and iodine, all are showing the same property. They are halogen group. This way, these beginners, they are attempting to group all the elements in different groups. So in these beginning atoms, the chemists, they are classifying according to the density, whether it is heavy metal or lighter metal according to the density. Then malleability, that means it is getting of any pieces of this sheets, thin sheets. All the metals are showing all these characteristics of malleability, getting of thin sheets. Ductility, getting of wires, thin wires. And considering as these metals, non-metals and other properties, that metalloid properties. Because of these properties, the number of elements falling on this particular group is very large. If you are considering about metal, different types of metals are there, and they are of different categories or the properties. Suppose you will consider sodium and iron. Both of these are coming under metals. Sodium is non-magnetic, whereas iron is magnetic. So this is also purpose of generalization. Second point, some of these characteristics being considered varied under different condition. Maybe some of them are, when you are heating, it may be changing into gaseous form easily. Some of them are taking up more heat to melt. So different characteristics. Third, certain elements showed metallic as well as non-metallic property. We can take silicon. Silicon is having metallic and non-metallic property. So where this particular element that to put into the periodic table, that was very difficult. Then the scientist J.W. Dobrenier, German scientist, which helped taking of 3 elements, and he has done the triad method. That means all these 3 properties he has considered of 3 elements, and he has taken the average of these elements, atomic mass of this middle element, that is taken by the first element and second element, then make the average of first plus second, then he is getting the third one. So in this method he has taken 3 elements, suppose calcium, strontium, barium. All these 3 are similar property, all these 3 are showing characteristics similar, valency is also similar. These elements have, all these are metals. Each of these are oxide or alkaline form. If you are taking up calcium oxide, strontium oxide, barium oxide, when these metals are burning in air, they are forming oxides. They are of alkaline nature. That means he has taken 3 elements of same characteristic, and each one is having valency 2. So last orbit consists of 2 electrons. Then the atomic mass of calcium is 40, strontium is 88 and barium is 137, and he has grouped this first element calcium and the third element barium, taken the average, then he will find out, you can see here 40 plus 137, 177 upon 2, that is divided with first and third. and you may get near about the second element's atomic number. But some cases it comes okay, 88 or 88.5, very light difference. But some cases it is not coming properly. Therefore, de Brognie's method is discarding. Now all these, why we are discarding this law of triad? The causes are given here. Fail to arrange the known elements in the form of the triad. One case it may be correct, other cases it will not come correct. Now for the example you can see here, second step, he has taken halogen group, fluorine, chlorine and bromine. Fluorine is atomic number is 19, then chlorine 35.5 atomic mass, then bromine is atomic mass is 80. There we are calculating of this first and third, same process what we are calculating the previous one, but it is not coming 35.5, it is coming 49.5. Therefore, so this method of triad is not equivalent for all the groups, hence it is discarded. Next word is Newland's law of octave. Now Newland has taken octave means every 8 element. After he has taken the group of 8 element, and after this 8 element, 9th will be showing the same property of the first element. That means atomic mass and properties of 8th element is sharing any of these element, that is repetition. Repetition means same property, it will start from the 9th element. Merits, the system is worked quite well. Some of the elements he has arranged, just like lithium, sodium, potassium, all come together, and it relates the properties of these elements which are there to their atomic masses. For the first time he has shown that other element, that is distinct property, and these properties of this element. So you can consider about the potassium, sodium, lithium, all are these light elements and they are very soft element. They are all metals and so many properties of generalized properties are same. But still it is the reason of discarding of this octave. That means whatever the demerits we are getting, it is clearly mentioned for the light elements, that all the light elements they are showing off law of octave. But why it is discarded? This classification did not working for heavier element. Heavier element means you can say that cobalt, nickel and iron, these are heavy elements and these are showing the magnetic property. Chlorine, bromine, which are halogen, they are not showing the magnetic property, that means they are non-magnetic, but they are coming closer. If you are considering about law of octave, iron, cobalt is coming near to chlorine and bromine. Both of these four are different properties. These are metals, cobalt and nickel, but chlorine and bromine, these are non-metals and their boiling point and melting point is totally different. Iron, which is resembled to cobalt and nickel, which is far away from this group, because iron is also coming under magnetic substance, iron, cobalt and nickel, but it is according to the law of octave, it is coming to the chlorine and bromine group, which is halogen group. So this one is also discarded. Then periodic table, already I told you what is periodic table. We are grouping of this horizontal and vertical. So always keep in your mind that vertical columns are a group, those who are having the similar property, maybe density, maybe malleability, maybe a boiling point, maybe melting point, maybe reactivity. All these are coming to this chart, which is a similar group. And the periods and the groups, those who are comparing of these elements are arranged in a tabular form, which is called as periodic table. Modern periodic table or modern periodic law, we are considering about the physical and chemical property. Always physical property, keep in your mind that smell, then density, then solubility, if it is soluble or insoluble, and boiling point, melting point, all these are coming under physical property. But chemical property, whether it is reacting to water or in air or oxygen, or they are forming of acid or they are forming of any of these bases, or whatever the reaction with these other elements and the atomic numbers also. If these elements are arranged in the order of atomic number, these are similar properties are related to the regular interval. Atomic number is also taking part, very important characteristics. The atomic number up to 20, it is okay. Up to 20 means up to calcium, but after this, they are showing vast difference from this group of the period. So you can know about this classification. Next video class I will tell you about more and why these are discarded and what is the benefit we are getting from this classification of different scientists. Thank you and have a nice day.